I'm here because I'm upset that our rights are being taken away from us, that the safety net is being broken, and we are being told that we don't come first. We as people do not come first. That corporation comes first. And I feel that we need to start organizing to build a movement to stop this.
Here we are the day after the governor has signed the budget. And this is not the worst budget I can imagine, but it is very, very far from a good budget. We're seeing an 8% cut in CalWORKs grants. We're seeing, like as Ashley said before, people timed out after 48 months instead of 60 months. We're seeing reductions in employment services. We're seeing reductions in reimbursement for child care for CalWORKs clients. All these things to come together to make this a much poorer program and a program that serves the people of this community much, much worse. We're also seeing on the IHSS side a cut in hours and a threat of greater cuts in hours in the future. So the governor started off this process with a proposal for quote-unquote balanced budget. Half to come from cuts, half to come from revenue extensions, not increases, extensions. And we watched for 6 months as a minority in the legislature held out to stop those revenue extensions from going through. So what we ended up with was an all cuts budget.
Balance has not been served.
And that's why we're in the situation we're in today. And it's not just social services. We're here talking about cuts to CalWORKs primarily, but it's also healthcare, which serves the same folks.
Yeah.
It's also education.
That's right.
Yeah.
So all in all, we're making our community poorer because we can't bear to extend taxes. So where do we go from here? We're in this, and I think Buna said this at the beginning, we're in this for the long haul here. We have to be saying over and over to everyone who will listen that this level of service is not acceptable and has to be restored. And we're going to have to organize, and we're going to have to push hard against the notion that a minority can put off tax extensions that a majority wants to put in place. So we are in a very, very rough situation here in California, and I think we just have to keep organizing and keep talking and keep pushing for reform, both around our values as they're reflected in this budget and in the way we make a budget, because we don't want a minority stopping us from being able to provide the services we need.
Hello everybody, thank you for being here.
My name is Yen Do. I am representing Parent Voices. We advocate for child care subsidy here in California. And I am here to talk about my frustration. Can I get a I am frustrated from the audience? As Dan was saying, the budget cuts are not that bad, but there are cuts. There are existing cuts, and it is not perfect, and we have far to go. We are living in California. Nationally, the unemployment rate is at 9.1% of unemployment. California is about 11.7. What does that tell you? It tells you that our economics here in California is far from being perfect. So what do we need to do? We need to support people who need the help. What has happened? Why are we here? What has happened was Governor Brown tried really hard to get support from both Democrats and Republican leaders, okay, to allow us, California voters, every single one of us, to put on the ballot to continue extension of taxes. Those extension of taxes is not an increase. It is the existing tax bracket that we are carrying right now and to extend it for the next few years that will carry on to preserve programs and services for us Californians. What has happened? Governor Brown failed to meet two-thirds majority vote. Why? Because the Republican leaders refused to vote for extension of taxes. What do we need to do? As Dan said, we need to continue to stand together, to organize, to talk to our neighbors, to talk to our other citizens and the people who are being affected, and not give up this fight, and continue to talk out loud and tell our Republican leaders that this is not okay and we're not done. We're not done fighting our cause. Thank you.
Can you hear me now? Yes. It's really a shame that we have to be here protesting about food here in America. People being hungry. For those of you who don't know me, I'm an advocate, senior advocate at St. Mary's Center for Hope and Justice, and also for Alameda County Food Bank, and for a lot of other organizations. I'm here because I know what it's like to be hungry. I know what it's like to be around hungry people. And I never thought I'd see a day in America that I would be hungry and really can't get no food. Okay? And my story is this, to make it plain and simple. When I became homeless, of course, without a job and sick and can't handle anything, if it wasn't for St. Mary's Center, I'd be dead. Okay? Along with a few other organizations that we need to keep. The thing of it is that I had a niece, 2 years old, died of hunger here in America. Okay, this is happening here. This is not a third world country. It's happening right here, people, and we need to do something about it. Being hungry is no joke. It hurts. And it takes away the pride of the person that's hungry when you have to ask for food. Then in asking for food, they put you through a red tape to get it. Okay? Another thing I want to say is everybody want to get together, meaning the communities, the people that has the power over the communities, and give out food on Thanksgiving, Christmas, Easter, and all of that. Well, I'm going to tell you something. At my church, it hurt me so bad to see a little bitty baby with her mother coming up to the church to get food, barefooted. This is here in America, people. Come on. This is right here at home. And if we can go ahead and feed everybody else, everywhere else, how come we can't feed our own? Come on now. Tell me that. Where's the money? How come we can't feed our own? See this baby walking around hungry with no shoes on, no coat on. I gave him even my plate. I don't mind being hungry when it comes to our children. So we need to do what we have to do. And I'm going to keep on speaking out against hunger, fair housing, medical, and everything else that's been stripped from us, along with our dignity. And I'm going to fight until I can't speak anymore. So please support your community, support your groups like St. Mary's Center, Miss Ethel Wheat, Women Economic Agenda, along with the food bank, because if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be able to get our food. This is who's keeping us alive, not the government. You know, right now, how come we can't tax the corporation? Come on, they're not paying no money. They're taking everything from us. There's no more left to take. Let's take something from them and make them pay their way.